Do we have an audience?
We have Maranya.
Do we have a Maranya?
We have Michael.
Maybe it's the I don't give a seriously. I honestly do not care. I don't know why I miss that. I miss it a lot. The fact that when you're scheduling these things, and now it's not going to let me change it.
You got to go on YouTube to change the certain things. Or do that.
Or go away.
See, he's got something going on. I don't have that issue where I can back out. I can change it here.
Did you read Aquaman?
Yep.
Okay, it doesn't matter because we're already started. You know. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Sometimes it'll pop on the next day. Sometimes it does the day that I'm on. We start, and you know it's 10:30, whatever day we're doing it. I don't care. Alrighty, bullshit.
Wait, was it scheduled for tomorrow?
Yeah, I put the 9th instead of the 8th, and like I said, I could give a shit.
You know what I think it is? When you go to schedule things, sometimes I notice that like if you're closer to like midnight, it will like
goes to the next day.
Goes next day. That's why.
Yeah. No, it's let's see. We've had a very interesting day today. All right, I'm actually hot in here. That thing's been running. Earlier today, we got home and Elizabeth isn't strong enough to close the patio door here. And so she didn't. I walked downstairs. I'm like, damn, it's extra cold in here. You know, it took me a moment to realize she had left the door open when it was 18 degrees.
Wow. So, how was the door open?
Well, we had gone out and we came back. And
she was the last one to get in the car or something?
No, she was the last one to come in the house.
Oh.
And she didn't close the door all the way, so it was open like that much.
She could have said something.
She went upstairs. Yeah, wearing a sweatshirt. Yeah, this by the way was Gail's joke. It cost her $1, so she gave it to me. I said, I ain't never wearing that outside, by the way.
I was gonna say I've lived where I live for 56 years. I've never worn a shirt that says Kentucky, the Bluegrass State.
I have never owned an Orlando shirt either. But Gail bought this for $1, and I was looking for something to wear. And it was on the top of the pile. That's it. But otherwise, yep. Goodness gracious. So we set up, I set up a comic book cover ranking. So it was the quick one, the easy to do one, the Detective Comics, although I did gather some 1936 comics, and we do have some Legion of Superheroes and such and so forth. I've also got some new books in for the auction and such. So I'm going to get those ready to go and show those off at some point in time. All righty. So how was your day anyway? Let me make sure we're all set here.
Who are you asking?
No, just in general.
I'll answer that. I have a street again.
Okay.
Yeah, I left for the first time since Saturday, and when I got home, they had actually plowed my side of the street. You kind of had to guess where the end of the street was because there's so much snow piled up, and I drove up on the curve thinking I was just in the snow. Yeah. But then adjusted that, and then about 20 minutes later, I hear a bunch more noises, and they cleaned the absolute F out of the other side of the street, which this morning had a 2-foot, basically like retaining wall going down the street that was basically turning the cars that were parked on my side where I usually park. Yeah, you had to get back in order, or you couldn't get into that side of the street because I mean the wall of snow was halfway up the car doors, and you can't drive. An SUV couldn't have driven over those. Wow, but they cleared it out. So That's good because more snow Friday.
Well, I'm not going to do that dumbass thing where I'm like, I want a taco during a blizzard. Yeah, that was stupid. That was very stupid. All righty. Do you guys want to go through with the cover ranking? We're up to 7 people.
You keep trying to wiggle your way out of it.
I really do because I want a bigger audience for it.
Well, every time we do these, they filter in. It's kind of like the bar and Piano Man.
Okay.
The regular crowd shuffles in.
The regular crowd shuffles in. All righty.
If you wake up tomorrow, if you want like an early afternoon stream showing off those books, I will join you.
All righty.
If the regular crew does not show up tonight, guess what? It's room for new people to show up. That's all it is.
Okay.
I mean, who's not here? Probably Joe and One Slick Dude, maybe.
Well, no, One Slick Dude's here. Desert Rose is
okay.
here. Miranya's here. Michael's here, and the 3 of us.
Joe and MK.
I represent one of the people that are watching.
It looks like everyone's here, pretty much, except for like
Ethereal Dragon, Eric and Boyd.
You know what I mean? That means we get higher covers without Ethereal.
Okay. All righty.
This was not planned.
Well, it was planned, but unfortunately,
no, I mean, as far as like the plan.
Yeah, unfortunately, things happen. Yeah, a long time ago, Elizabeth went to the hospital and messed up her stomach, and yeah, it just sometimes pops up, and she's afraid to eat, and that's led to its own problems. So, what you gonna do? Anyway, all right, let's. Okay, we're doing this then. I always wondered how would we handle it if it was just us. So let's start with you, RDV.
Handle style, but see. Alrighty. Detective Comics. Oh, I thought this was a Batman.
No,
we're doing
this is Detective Comics 14 through 26. That's before Batman. We already did 1 through 13.
I was hoping for more Batman. Yeah, so my scores are going to be way different.
There's more to life than Batman.
Is there?
Yes, Batman.
All right. Wow. Looks like the actor played Shooter McGavin. A little bit. I'll go 7.
All right. Okay, and how about you, Eric?
I'm giving this a 10. I think this is actually very good art for what 1938.
1938.
Wow.
Yeah,
That was actually a little bit earlier than that, but yeah.
What fake hands he's got.
We're only a year away from the Batman popping up in these things. Yeah. All righty. So it's obviously a cop. He's caught. He's got TNT ready to blow him up. I like that. You know what? I do dig on the shading and the shadow, the lines. It's creating a very good dynamic shadow. Like there's motion in the shadow. It helps to make the tension. The lighting's good. It's all coming from. I think this is made for the lighting to come from the fuse. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Now, granted, and I'm going to say this straight up because we talked about this before. This is a Golden Age book. They had to deal with news racks, and that's why you've got Detective Comics this big and the picture just about the same. So you could see the title above all the other magazines. Yeah, I think for what it is, the artwork, you're right. I'm giving that one a 10.
Straight up, now tell me.
That you really, really want me together or something like that. I did not put in the start. It's the what do we got? 9 from Michael Taylor, 9 from Monday Quinn, and 8 from Desert Rose. Alrighty, and then we've got 9 from One Slick and Ethereal. That gives it an 8. And Maranya says Detective Comics number 14, sensational cover with cop peril implied by the thug labeled TNT. Well rendered, feels like a colorized gangster film still. Score apparel 10. Is this the first? Yes, it is Ethereal Dragon. We just started. Alrighty.
So give your low scores.
All right. Let's see if he gets the score in, and because that you are the last to score it there, Ethereal Dragon.
Will he go for 3?
There you go. I'll tell you what, we'll put that in there. I'm going to get stop and move forward, but if you do, if it changes things, we'll get in. Hello, hi, hello, ciao, ni hao. All righty, let's see. What we got right now is a 7, taking out one of the 3 10s, and then we've got 2 8s, taking out the last, and leaves the 3 9s. Alrighty.
No, you know what I do? I just mispronounce the words on purpose. I go, hey, look, it's with Tom or with Tam. Who cares?
All right.
No, bro, it's
Tam. But doesn't give it the last. What
did she give it?
Ethereal already scored? No, Ethereal didn't score it.
Yeah,
he did. He gave it an 8. He gave it an 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
All righty. Let's say go for number 15. Alrighty. Zoinks and away.
Hey, it's a penguin. Or Sean Connery in his house.
Eric.
See, Irish cop in the background.
2 Irish cops.
2?
Yeah, one on the right.
Oh, I thought that was the other guy's. I thought it was his hand. Yeah, it is. It's Bagora. I'm giving this a 10 too.
All right, you're digging on these things.
I am.
Okay, how about you, RDV? What do you score?
Well, before the Defenders, this guy was a criminal, apparently. Isn't the guy from the Defenders? The Flash Gordon book?
Defenders of the Universe?
Yep.
And hello to Dominic. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. I just got back from trivia night.
Oh, that's nice.
Right.
Did you win?
Yeah. But the team and I won second place.
All righty, cool.
Well, you didn't win that if you're in second.
No.
You first.
RDB, what do you score this?
Well, if you're not first, you're last. No, I'm gonna give this a 9. I like the detail on his face. I love the scarf and so that. That's cool.
Okay. And Eric gave this a 10. How about you, Dom? What do you think about this Golden Age comic book?
Is this the first cover you're all ranking?
This is the second, sir.
Oh, all right.
This is very quickly. This is the first.
Okay. Oh, number 15. I'll give this one a 10.
I think he said a 10. He's muffled.
Are you talking to us or somebody behind you?
One large picture effectively conveys what is happening in this particular moment, and it makes the readers want to know what led up to it.
Hey, he's back.
And also how does this counter end?
He can't hear us.
Okay, sound like you said 10. Okay.
I heard a 10. So man.
Alrighty, and for this one, I it's okay. I think the cops are a little obscured. I'm going to go 8 on this one. All right, let's check the tier list. Let's check the chat. And Quint gives it a 6, an 8 from Ethereal, and a 9 from Desert Rose. All righty. And let's see. One Slick gives it a 10, and Marani says Detective Comics 15, another colorized gangster movie still. Used as a cover, excellent rendering. Score a Mandrake the Magician 10.
See, she got it.
Alrighty, and then we give 9. The art on the pre-Batman Detective Comics are great, says Michael Taylor. So far, so good. Okay. And as soon as Dominic's back with us, let's see. Let's get the stop here. And if you do have a late vote, by all means, let us know what it is. If it changes anything, we will change it. As it stands,
Wait.
we have
Wait, I
one.
already scored it. Wait,
Say
I
again?
already gave issue number 15 and 10.
Yeah, I put it down.
Okay.
Yep. Let's see. We have 1-6 taking out one of those 3 10s, and then the 2 8s. Wait, this is the same thing we did last time. Takes out the rest, and then we have a 9. It's exactly the same except for a 6 instead of a 7. Alrighty, and this one
figured
is
you
a
said a 10,
9.
but you're very muffled. You walked away from the microphone.
Yeah, it sounded like you were walking away from everything. All right, that goes to the 9s as well. And Dominic, you can lead this one off. And you have number 16.
Also similar to number 16. This is. I'm not gonna give it a 10, but I will give it a 9. Not like everything from the background and the characters to the colors, all nicely rendered and essentially reminiscent of classic crime and detective fictions, especially in the films.
Alrighty.
Also, I appreciate the motion lines.
Yeah. Okay, so RDV.
Well, that guy's I could have a good day.
Well, neither one of them's going to have a good day because that gun is about to follow into the spokes of that motorbike. So he may have killed the dude, but he's about to go ass over kettle. So
is his hand on
Right.
the other steering part? Is your handle of the motorcycle?
I guess.
I can't tell where it is because I'm thinking like, dude, if you're all fast, you're probably going about 70 miles per hour there. You know, jeez. Honestly, you're pretty dang close to shoot the guy. He's gonna fall on top of you, and you're gonna crash. Motion lines are cool. The car tire is going so fast that it's become a white blur. No, the white walls on the tires, but kind of cool. But yeah, I like this. Like the detail. I'm gonna go 10.
All right. And how
They
about
must
you, Eric?
They must be on the Vince Coletta freeway or bypass.
Well, as I said, the freeways didn't exist this time.
Yeah,
Well,
there was a whole movie about it in 1989. It's called Roger Rabbit.
You ever seen any of the movies that were made right around the time that the expressway systems were being created? Maybe some interesting
Probably.
chase scenes.
The Aviator.
I'm giving this a 10.
Okay. All right, I'm digging on this. I like the blur lines, and it's got a good shadow. I think I'm going to go 9 on this one. Yeah. All righty, but Undead Quinn says 8, and so does Ethereal Dragon and Desert Rose. And then we have a 10 from MK and an 8 from One Slick. Speed lines were overused here, One Slick says. 10 from Michael Taylor saying very cool cover. And Eric and Boyd gives it a 6. So we got a 6, 8, and 2 10s. 6, an 8, and 2 10s. Alrighty. Detective Comics number 16 says Maranya motion lines sell the dynamic action. Definitely pre-code cover as the cop is taking out the gangster with lethal force. Colorized gangster movie still feel. Score a GAT 10. I want to change it to a 7, says Eric Boyd. Okay, done and done. And Patrick Sargent comes in with a 10. All righty. And once again, if you have a late vote, just let us know. But for now, I'm going to put up the stop. And what we got here is, let's see, what do we have here? We have a 7 taking out one of those 6 10s and then 4 8s. Still leaving, let's see, that is still leaving 1 10, but 2 9s. Takes out the last 10 with 1 9 left. And ladies and gentlemen, shockingly, this one is a 9. Along with the other 2. All right, so let's get this. And let's see, we had 1 for everybody. It is my turn, and I'm going to go on 17. Go on 17. Here we go, kids. Hey, Dark Admiral, what's up? What's up? Alrighty, and let's see here. Oh, I like this. This is kind of got that same sort of shading. Okay, so we have the creepy shadowy character in the background. He's dealing, what is that, a big thing of money?
Freddy Krueger.
Damn it.
Krueger, yep. But what really impresses me is the shadowing, the light. You know, the way it works. I mean, it's dark where it needs to be. It's light where it is. The shadow itself, the blur lines look awesome. This is a 10 from me. How about you, RDV?
Yeah, I like it. It's a lot of cross hatching. I'm guessing, you know, the lights.
Cross hatching.
Yeah. Mark Silvestri's trademark, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
The guy, he's a criminal, big robber. He's got the teller box. He's got all the cash in there, and then now something else is popping up. You sure this isn't a horror movie or like a book series? Because the way that guy is looking in there, that guy ain't normal. That guy basically, it's like a Twilight Zone book at this point. This cover.
Maybe.
But that's the 10.
All righty. How about you, Eric?
First Venkman, thou dost suck for stealing my Freddy Krueger line. This is definitely a 10.
I forgot to tell you, it's actually not Freddy Krueger, it's Pixel. Look at those fingers.
There are some pixel fingers there, and two have fused together.
Right?
All right. Dominic, what do you think?
I'm giving this one a 10 as well. Well, like the cross hatching and the shadows are definitely on point to give this cover a rather like foreboding atmosphere, and also like the guy that is hovering over that suitcase of cash is not really a thief. See, because if you squint closely, there's a badge underneath his coat.
Oh, that's
so
right.
Like,
yeah.
So this is actually a cop like discovering the stolen money.
Like, excuse me, this is probably Gotham City, so he's probably a crooked cop.
I don't think
Batman.
I don't think this guy's a crooked cop, but that's not the point. Much like the previous covers, it's nicely rendered, and the positive and negative space it really helps bring this like cover and this moment in Detective Comics number 17 to life, which is why this is a solid 10.
All right.
What if it's not a badge? He just has a pear in his pocket. You know, guy eats pears.
It's a badge. Come on.
Okay, let's go to the chat where we have
badges.
Let's see. Well, let me get to the top here, and we have Dark Admiral giving it a 10, and then we need to come up fan comic zone. I love comics in 2025 reviews. Okay. Ethereal says 10. And this is cool, says Eric and Boyd, giving it a 9. So we got a 9 and 2 10s. 1 and 2. 3. Oh. All right. Desert Rose says 9, but Patrick says 10. So does One Slick and Michael Taylor saying very cool cover and detail. Let's see. We got an Indiana Jones style from Patrick. My original vote was for the last one. Gotcha. But I give this one a 10 also. Alrighty. And then let's see, what do we got there? We've got, let me count them up. We have a 9 and 3 10s. All right. A 9 and 1, 2, and 3. Kid Duck is Atachuk is, and let's see, or Chester Gold, Dick Tracy saying this guy looks like him a little bit. Detective Comics number 17. This cover artist feels like he's trained in book, magazine, commercial illustration. Crime doesn't pay because you get haunted by Freddy Krueger. Score a Lantern 10. Hey. Alrighty. Oh my, there's a comic ranking tonight. Yes, there is Rhaegar giving this a 7. Creepy for sure. Fire, says MK, giving this a 10. So we got a 7 and a 10. Alrighty.
I was hoping that Rhaegar is one of the people that doesn't get notifications.
And Ryan from Automatic Comics YouTube channel picked up Detective Comics 28, second appearance of Batman. That is I wish I was that rich. Alrighty. Crime does pay. Ask George Soros. That is right. He was a full-on Nazi and said his favorite time of life was when he was carrying around the ashes of dead Jews.
I was very tempted. I almost got myself a copy of Action Comics from Belgium.
Doesn't exist, my friend. Does not exist.
Alrighty,
so this is what we got. We've got 1 7 and 2 9s trying to take down 11 10s and fail. Oh, I'm sorry, and 3 9s trying to take down 11 10s and failing miserably. Alrighty, our first 10 of the night, ladies and gentlemen, as we round the first corner. Okay, and we are moving on to number 18, returning to Mr. RDV, sir. There you go. Excuse me.
Okay, I guess he's some sort of wizard. Is his hand on the? It's hard to tell. His hands on the? I guess that vial. Okay.
Okay. Let me explain what he is. He is a Japanese person at the time we were at war.
Wow.
Yes.
I thought he was just an old man in a. No.
At the time, Japanese were drawn very deep yellow with claw-like hands.
Thank you,
Wikipedia. I think this is 1938, so this would actually be a little bit before that. So,
you could just, look at the text that says Dr. Fu Manchu.
Thank you, One Slick. I appreciate it.
Hey, Speed Saunders is on this. Slam Bradley, nice. Larry Steele, wow. Looks cool, man. He's got the little cargo on. He has a violin. So basically, he's some kind of like alchemist. That's what it looks like. But I wish there was more to the story other than like, is this guy a good guy? Is he just creating coffee? Is the perfect tea? You know, it's like I need more. So I'm gonna go 6.
Alrighty then. And how about you, Eric?
Nice detail. Yeah, you can see stuff out the window. I don't want to hate to break my streak, but I'm going to give us a 9.
All right. And how about you, Dominic?
I'll give this one a 9 as well. Well, what? Well, other than that, it is still like nicely detailed, and yeah. I mean, you hardly see anyone like utilize like Fu Manchu or Detective Nayland only by his Saxo Mirror.
Alrighty, it's not a bad image, and I do like the aging on the wall. The cement.
He said aging.
Okay. Aging, yes. Yeah. The fact that they've got a jug in one of those net bags, I saw those all over Thailand, by the way. Otherwise, yeah, it's pretty good. I wouldn't say great. I'd give it a 9 this time. Yeah. Already moving on to the chat. And we have a 1 Slick 10 and Eric and Boyd 9. I like the details in the background. Eric and Boyd says a 10 from Dark Admiral. So we got a 9 and 2 10s. And let's see. The Yellow Man image of the day, says Undead Quinn. 10, very cool cover and nice detail, says Michael Taylor. 8 from Undead Quinn, 9 from Desert Rose. So we've got an 8, 9, and 10. And let's see. He's Megan the Green Tea, says Eric and Boyd. Biden breaks a streak every day in his pants. Well, I mean, this one's Asian. I don't think that would be Joe Biden. Detective Comics number 18, gorgeous, intricate cover of Fu Manchu with mystical and scientific elements. Mystery, despite the blurb, sells the book. Score A. We need more Calgon 10. Calgon, take me away.
They're saying the cover is busy, busy, busy. It's funny. Did he drop? He did drop. I was like, yes. So cool. I'm working on my thumbnail for tomorrow's stream, but I'm like, So I had another tab open. All of a sudden I look at it like, it's super quiet. It's like,
Well,
wasn't expecting that.
no. Well, at least while he's the
first of many.
too soon.
First, I'm not enough.
Calgon took you away. Ha! Okay. There we go. All righty. So
It was
what we
just
got-
awkward. I was talking, and next time I was like, "Is dead sound?" Like, did each just leave?
That's there was
Oh,
no
what the-
rhyme or reason to that at all. I have no idea why I just dropped. Doesn't make sense to me. All right, there we go. Share that. And what we got with number 18 is 1-8 taking out one of the 5 10s, leaving and 5 9s taking out the last 4, leaving 1 9. Here we go, kids. It is a 9. All righty, and then next up, I believe, let's see, it was when did you write? Eric's turn again. And let's move to issue number 19, sir.
I'm going to say 8, and that's because it seems like the action in the building is kind of phoned in. I know it's just that, that it's just there to draw. You just want to draw the attention to the safe cracker, but I don't know. It kind of looks like he's looking under the heat lamp at a buffet. Well, there's nothing good in the buffet. So yeah, 8.
All righty, Dominic, what do you say?
I just want an 8 as well because it was like, with the safe cracker trying to attempt to open the like the bank. It does like phone in, especially also it doesn't. It feels phoned in because it's not really not like zoomed. It's not zoomed out. Not like from the cop that's trying from the cop that like is witnessing this from happening and about to like strike.
Okay.
Yeah. However, the shadows at the background light does help sell the cover. However, but yeah, it's a good cover. It's only the safe cracker, and like the vault like was adjusted slightly so it could like match the perspective, so based on where the cop is positioning himself on the roof.
Yeah. RDV, what do you say?
I wanted to zoom out and see another guy looking at him, looking at that guy. It does look like it's like Dick Tracy's trying to break into a safe down there. That yellow hat. Rose just said, I thought he was looking at popcorn. It does look like movie theater. You have the popcorn machines. Yeah, so he's just watching another guy try to break into a safe in an abandoned room. And the guy is just really, really tiny. No. Yeah, I'm going to go 7 on this. It's just like, I don't know. It's like, it just seems like, guys, oh, hey, I guess he's doing that. Okay, sure. It's just like, it doesn't seem that exciting of a cover.
Okay. I think that I agree with Eric. The guy, the shading, the city street, everything outside the aquarium is, I think, great. But the inside of the aquarium it's just like I don't know. The artist was mad he had to draw it at all. So yeah, this is a 7 from me. But let's check out the chat where Undead Quinn gives it a 9, and then Rhaegar and Dark Admiral give it 7s, as well as Desert Road and Eric and Boyd. And One Slick gives it an 8. So we've got 4 7s, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 8, 1, 9. Kaduki seems lazy compared to the others, says Ethereal, giving it a 5. I thought he was looking at popcorn, says Desert Rose. Already, and we get a 5. Let's see. Did someone say cracker? How dare you? Let's see. No, I'll hear the popcorn song in my head. I didn't know there was a popcorn song. Detective Comics 19, detective about to bust safe cracker lighting. Emphasizes the crook. If this was black and white, it would work better. Even so, this is a safe 10. Alrighty. And then let's see. Hello to MK. And he says 8. Alrighty. Kind of a static scene. It is good, but just not enough happening. The lighting is great.
You know, MK, when he's going to say, he's going to, so yeah, what do you like better? 7 or 8 for a score? No.
And 8 from Michael Taylor. And apparently there's several versions of Popcorn Song. Michael Taylor saying the art is good outside, but inside lacks detail.
I don't even remember the Popcorn Song. We sang it one time in grade school, and even then I was like, this is stupid. It's like, so that's.
Let's get the stop. If there's any late votes, we'll add them up. Alrighty. And let's see what we got. We got 1 5 taking out one of the 2 10s, and then 6 7s taking out the last 10, the only 9, and 2 of the 2. Okay, 2 of the, no, wait, that's 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That takes out all the 8s, leaving only the 7s left. And this is a 7, the lowest scored book of the night so far, kids. I hope that is not a downward trend here.
MK Madam Web is better than 2016's whatever attempt at Ghostbusters.
Which one would I rather sit through most? Again?
I'd rather sit through Madam Web or Sydney Sweeney. That's about it.
Yeah, there is that. There is that.
I cannot with whatever that Leslie Jones. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was pretty abysmal. Here you go, Dominic. You get number 20.
Kate McKinnon is that bad.
She never is. She's funny. She is legitimately a funny person.
She was the best part of the whole entire movie.
Yeah. I actually like Kathy, what's her name, if she's with Feige usually, but this one just didn't work.
Oh yeah. From Wedding Crashers.
Big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I Spy, that was funny as fuck. Dominic, what do you think?
I'm gonna give this one a oh shoot. Let's see. I'll give this one a 9.
At one time,
right.
Eric went undercover as working as a mailman.
No, but what's happening at number 20 is effective because it gets straight to the point, and you actually feel the impact of the police officer knocking out the crook.
Service with a smile.
Alrighty. And RDV, what do you say?
I say, well, finally, there's some drama, suspense, and then this could go several different directions. This could be a guy posing as a cop, which actually could be a cop. We don't know why he's striking him. Well, the other guy's got a gun. You know, this could be in Europe. He could be a concerned citizen, and then they're striking him because he was trying to defend himself. So, I'll go 9. It's just that the weird Fritos in the background floating in the air, the bugles. I don't know.
Those are his teeth.
That's a lot of shattered teeth, bro, and triangles.
Well, it's really only 3, but they're shattered into that many pieces. What do you give this?
I give it a 9.
Alrighty. And how about you, Eric?
Oh, this is a 10. This is actually really, really good art. I mean, there's so much detail in the cop's face without him even having his mouth open. And I don't really think, sometimes you don't need a background because really all you need to know is he just knocked out a dude with a gun.
And he's only got one arm. I'm just kidding. You can see the arm back.
It's also very, very dynamic, which helps sell the book.
Alrighty. And let's see. Very simple cover, but like you said, it's straight to the point. The shading, the lighting is good. I keep bringing that up, but it is very important with these. I think that's what gives a lot of these covers depth. Although I'm going to go 8 on this one.
Now there's a new fire erupting in Studio City in California. People are very speculating that these are arson.
It could very well be. Let's see. Eric and Boyd says 7. So does Desert Rose. 10 for the brave Irish flat-foot with a right to the chop of a thug with a gun, says One Slick. Michael Taylor gives it an 8, and Undead Quinn gives it a 10. So we've got 2 7s, an 8, and 2 10s.
Yeah, am I wrong in saying that if they find out that it is and they catch one of them, that they should just like shoot them in the legs until they use whatever they're setting the fires?
Well, you know what's going to end up being?
And I didn't want to finish that.
No, I know. But I mean, saying allegedly, like, what if it's just a person who's illegally in the country that's doing this? Because at first I thought it would be Antifa.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
Detective, or it's, they're the same people, but it would be the Free Palestine, like Palestine's actually under any kind of oppression. There's no place called Palestine, by the way. The Batman, Detective Comics 20, that's Batman's grandpappy laying a smack down on a Guy Gardner's grandpa. One punch. Dynamic Action sells the book. Score a 1 punch 10. And then let's see, we've got a Nothing Special from Ethereal, giving it a 7. Eric on a bad day in Twilight Zone land says, Rhaegar, give it a 10.
The thing is, you'll never know because they lie to you.
Yep, 7 and a 10. Let's see, Englentine has the nude scenes of Kathy Bates getting into a hot tub about Schmidt and his permanent file stuff. I've been trying to get rid of it since I saw that movie. Ooh. All right, why does he look like Elon Musk? Of whom? 9, Cool Punch Bugles. Haha, it does seem like a lot of shattered teeth. It's popcorn, says Desert Rose.
And also, Rhaegar.
There we go.
Rhaegar, I don't comment on Dakota Johnson because, it just feels awkward because I'm watching her dad in Miami Vice and I'm like, and I'm seeing how old she's probably the same age he probably was in that show. It's like crazy.
Alrighty, let's see. We have 3 7s, getting rid of 3 of those 5 10s, and then 2 8s. Hold on, 2 8s, get rid of the rest, and then we've got 3 9s sitting there ready to take up the slack. And this is another 9.
And also, she's very mid.
She's very what?
Mid.
I agree.
You're both wrong.
50 Shades of Grey.
Not ugly, but
really? That was not cute.
Go for 21. All right, and that's my turn to lead us off. Let's see what we got here, kids. Okay, we got a cop. Oh, it's a table. Oh, I see. So he comes in. He's got a gun in his pocket, and he draws it and shoots the cop. The cop is only armed with a not a billy club. It was like a leather thing.
Ooh, a leather thing.
Yeah, I forget. There was a name to it, but I forgot. Slapjack or something like that.
What?
Blackjack.
Oh my gosh.
Slapjack. Okay.
Oh, I thought you said slap out. I was like, dang, bro.
This one, I got to admit, this one's not doing it for me. I'm gonna go 7. It's not horrible, but it's good. It's good. It's a good, solid cover. RDV, what do you say?
All right, let me go back over there. What the heck? I guess he got shot in the arm after he flipped the table, and in his old age, he threw his shoulder out. It's hard to tell.
Could very well be.
Oh, he's got a hip gun. Those are cool.
Yeah, it's in his pocket.
A pocket gun. Pocket rocket. It's amazing he can shoot anything with that rim of his hat in his eyes. Yeah, I'll go 9.
All righty. And how about you, Eric?
Well, first I'll explain that Dakota Johnson is a real life 10. And by that, I mean, she's somebody you could see, wherever you went to get your fast food fix or something. Most Hollywood beauties would stand out anywhere because they're almost like too hot to be real. Dakota Johnson's that one that that
I'd
you,
say
you know,
just
that she that just looks like, you know, she's a girl next door 10.
She's
Okay.
she's kind of like her mom. Melanie Griffith was hot in that one movie, and then after that, she was not hot.
As for this cover, this could have used a background as what's behind the cop. I think that would have helped this. And I'm kind of with E. This is not really doing a whole lot for me, so I think I'm gonna match the 7.
See, but
All
some of
right.
those covers, you take it to the convention, and then they draw something behind it.
All right, Dominic, what do you say?
It's not a terrible cover by any stretch of the imagination. However, it could have been done better. So I'm giving this a 7 as well.
All right.
Yeah, could have done better.
Let's go see what the chat has. I will say 7 on this one, says MK. Okay. And then we have Blackjack. There you go, Dark. Yeah. Undead Quinn says 6. Desert Rose says 6. Dark Admiral says 7. We've got a 5 from Rhaegar and an 8 from Michael. So it's a 5, 2 6s, 2 7s, and an 8. A 5, 2 6s, 2 7s, and an 8.
You actually Cuthbert. Sorry, MK. That's the girl next door.
Alrighty. Is that a pistol in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? One Slick says 8. This could have used some more background, too much negative space. Ethereal says 5.
See, it's actually not a gun. He's just got a cigarette in his pocket, and it's burning.
And then we have Detective Comics 21. This is a decent rendition of a frame from a black and white gangster movie. Cop in Danger from the Punk Thug. Definitely pre-code. Score a showdown 10. Alrighty. And let's see.
Eric Boyd had a 6.
Alrighty. I'll put that in there as well. So we got a 10 and a 6. We're at 1 6 and 1 10, literally, as a matter of fact. All right, let me get the stop here. And once again, with the late votes, just put them on.
No,
in there.
MJ kind of looks like George Kennedy going up against Cagney.
Okay. Now let's see where we land with this one.
You're welcome, Mr. Boyd.
We got 2 5s taken down to 10 and the 9. And then we've got 3 6s, excuse me, taking out 2 of the 8s and 1 of the 6 7s, and that's 5 7s are left, and that's where this one ends up, in the 7 column.
7 column.
7A.
7A.
All right, and
I guess that's a take they're on 7A. I always wonder why he says that. It throws me off. It's like, what?
Are you talking about the monkey song?
Monkeys, yeah, yeah.
That's where you went to also? That's exactly where it went. 7A. Don't get mad at me just because I'm short, okay? And then
Did you watch the video I posted in Sports Ball today?
No.
The Christmas one? They're
You
singing
mean
like
yeah,
that one, yeah.
Oh, I love that. I watch that every year.
And just watching Davey just kind of like goofing off, like he's like not taking it seriously. I'm like, that's kind of insensitive, bro.
That is it's at the tail end of their Christmas episode. Also something I watch every year is the Monkeys Christmas episode. Yeah.
Cool.
They got to take care of Eddie Munster. I think it was Eddie Munster. Yeah.
They got rid of him, knocked him off.
Right. Not literally, but the kid who plays him. All righty. Anyway, who gets this one? It's number 22. Right? Oh, I didn't even pop the cover up. It's RDV's turn. All right, let me flip the page.
Sorry. I said David Cassidy, Davy Jones. Yeah.
I think I love you, but what am I so? That's David, right? That's David Cassidy, right?
Yeah, for Partridge Family.
Or is that Sean Cassidy? I don't know. All right, there you go, RDV. We've got the Crimson Avenger making his appearance in Detective Comics, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, it's funny. I didn't read that until before you said that. I was wondering if that was the Crimson Avenger because of the red cape and
the red cape and the domino mask make it. I mean, that's pretty.
Or sorry, the red drapes he got from the stage. Because that's a lot of cape.
I think Todd McFarlane went back in time to draw this cape.
All right, just let's watch out for the alien at the bottom. That's a very badly drawn. character.
That's not an alien. That's a Japanese man. drawn
I
in the
know,
40s.
but it's like
Yeah.
that's horrible that they're. And the guy above him, it looks like he's like 70 years old. And it's Paul Newman on the left.
Yes.
Oh wow!
Paul Newman and Ross Perot. I don't know. I'm gonna go 9 because I just don't like the Hunchback on the freaking Crimson Avenger. What the heck is
That's
that?
a hood, but okay. Eric, what do you think?
I'm going 6. This is not doing it for me at all.
Why would he need a hood if he has a hat on?
It just he looks. I don't know. It just looks weird.
I know.
Okay, how about you, Dom?
Yeah.
I won't give this issue Intro Detective Comics a 10. Because besides evoking the shadow, you also get a hint of the Scarlet Pimpernel, like through the Crimson Avenger. The backgrounds also helps sell him, as well as the action that is happening in issue number 22.
All righty. I love this cover. I think it's now granted, yes, he looks like he's wearing a snuglet or snuggie or whatever you call those things. But still, I dig on this. And yeah, the faces are weird, but if you've ever been to the country, Japanese people do look like that. I don't know what y'all
It
are.
reminds of some of these. Do you remember you go to the fair and those guys draws like the little bodies and the big heads? It was like a big thing during the 90s. People were really into those drawings. It was like I forget what the style is for the but they always draw you like having a giant head and a little body with little arms.
Big eyes.
Yeah.
By the way, they did a movie based on the woman who drew those paintings. Really good.
But that's what it kind of reminds you of some of this stuff. Like the chibi art you see, when they do like the Teen Titans Go and they have the little versions.
Yeah. All right. One Slick saying 10. Now, this looks like a Shadow ripoff. I thought he said he watches the Donkey's Christmas special every day, sir.
Well, actually, there is Christmas special Donkey.
8 from Ethereal, so we've got a 10 and an 8.
I think there's one called Donovan, right? Donovan the Donkey?
I have no idea. Let's see.
No, actually, it is Dominic.
10 from Rhaegar, 10 from Eric saying, I dig it, and a 10 from Desert Rose.
Dominic the Christmas Donkey. There's one.
1,
I'm not kidding.
3. And then we have 7 from Undead Quinn and Dark Admiral. David Cassidy saying lead on I Think I Love You, says Michael Taylor. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
and let's see. Detective Comics number 22, Scarlet Pimpernel ripoff the Crimson Avenger. The crooks have what the elf is this faces. Great background, even with flaws. This is still an Avenger 10.
And it is. I guess his name is Davy Jones, but it just sounds like that's not right. It's Davy Jones' locker. It just throws me off.
David Jones. By the way, he was the reason we have David Bowie. Because David Bowie's real name is Davy Jones. But because the David Jones from the Monkees was already registered in music as Davy Jones, David Bowie had to come up with a new last name. He came up with Bowie.
Davy Jones as a separate rock name, it just wouldn't work. Even if he didn't. David Bowie sounds a little bit more exotic. And it fit his personality.
Yeah, I actually had a David Jones album by David Bowie. Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
Because when I say this knife, it's the big giant Bowie knife. Yeah, so it's like.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Do you do Sora with a ray gun? Maybe he's disguised as a monk. I will say 8. I like the colors and background, says MK. All right. And then we have Michael Taylor saying 10. Very cool cover and details. And then we have Sniglets. Rich Hall. Oh, that's right. That was a Sniglet. All righty. Thank you. I knew Sniglets existed, but what he's wearing is a Snuggie. Fake words for real things is a Sniglet. All right. Crimson Avenger looks 10 feet tall. I heard that woman actually was a villain in the movie. Her name was Dorothy, and yeah, it was Wizard of Oz. I always think Pirates of the Caribbean with David Jones. Also, it's pronounced Caribbean or Caribbean. I've always said, I've heard some people say Caribbean. I've always said Caribbean. I've heard it both ways. In Florida, I've heard Caribbean. I've heard Caribbean.
Here's this way. No matter which way you say it, I know what you're talking about.
That's a good point. That is a good point. All righty. So let's get the stop here. And all right. We have 1-6 taking out. Well, hold on. 1-6, 2 7s. That's 3, 2 8s. Now we're looking at 5-6. Trying to take down 8 10s and failing. This is another 10, kids.
So
we got 2.
You know, one other time I heard Caribbean is when they're like, "Yo, man, come down to the Caribbean." Like they have like the Bahamas, like advertisement stuff. That's when they pronounce it that way. Otherwise, I always hear it Caribbean.
Well, I used to date a Jamaican girl, and actually, I don't think her mom ever said the word. I'm just bragging. All right, let's see. Let's go for 23. All right.
Yes.
Hey, Gail, Caribbean or Caribbean? What's one of the best rides? Not Haunted Mansion. What's one of the best rides at Disney? There you go. So you say Caribbean. I say Caribbean. And that's why we got married, so we could keep both of them propped up.
I can answer that. I can settle this.
Okay.
The song doesn't say Caribbean Queen. No, it says Caribbean Queen. So point for Gail.
Eric said the song doesn't say Caribbean Queen. It says Caribbean Queen. So you get the point.
But it's deducted for marrying somebody that doesn't know the difference between Caribbean
then
and
he deducted the points for you being dumb enough to marry me. There you go. Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Pecan or pecan?
It's pecan. Actually, what do I say? Pecan pie. Yeah, I say pecan.
Peking pie?
Wow.
You say pecan or pecan?
What do you say?
Pecan or pecan? I think, okay, pecan pie. Yeah, I say pecan.
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 Yeah.
James
You
Kane.
know what? I think I'm noticing something here. I think I'm noticing something here.
Do you say orange or orange?
That's what I'm hearing.
You're filling up that 2% you claim pretty quickly tonight.
No, I'm right on this one. I think this is a north versus south thing, and I also think it's your turn, Eric. Yeah.
I just came to get a drink.
She's become an alcoholic.
A drink.
It's a drink, but go on ahead.
I would if I had to deal with you all the time. Yeah.
Soda. It's not pop. It's a soda.
That's
soda.
pop.
That is definitely a northern southern thing, by the way.
We know actually both are. It's called a soda pop.
There you go.
Okay. This guy is murdering this other guy for no other reason than terrible fashion sense.
He's
I know, right? He looks like every flag that's ever flown at a NASCAR race.
It's Alfred versus Cliff Cornwall.
Oh, that did look like Alfred a little bit. The problem is, maybe he either isn't going to see it coming or the perspective is terrible on this. So I'm going to have to say 8.
All right.
Dear God, I had no idea he even had a hand there. First, I noticed all of a sudden I noticed he's got a gun, or his sleeve ends. There's actually a glove.
I can't believe you found a glove that fit those pixel fingers. Looks like a giant claw.
Is he still here? No, it's
Say again?
Oh, we're wondering if you're still here. You're kind of quiet.
No, I'm just listening in. All right, what'd you score that? You scored this an 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Dominic, what do you say?
I say that this issue earns itself at 8 for similar reasons.
All right. RDV.
He's got that Conan O'Brien swirl in the front. So I noticed right away. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm going 10 because there's a forest fire in the background. They're in California, in the mountains.
And all the sensitivity we can muster right in one
Wow,
sentence.
stay classy, pal.
All right, and I'm giving this one a 7. It just doesn't. I mean, it's good. It just doesn't do anything for me, really.
But his scarf
All right.
matches his glove.
That's true.
I take everything back.
It's like the word caramel. I hear women mispronounce the word all the time at coffee shops. They say caramel, but clearly there's a second A in there, and that is amazing.
People tell me the word's roof, but I say roof.
Yeah,
Up on the roof.
it's a roof. Yeah, you said. Do you say crick or creek? All right, so we got
changes. The dialect changes as you get further north of Canada.
7 from Ethereal, 5 from Eric and Boyd. All righty, we got a 7 and a 5. Let's see, what are we going? Soda pop, I've heard. What the heck is pop? Rhaegar, that's northern for soda, or the all-encompassing Coke. 7,
no.
Death by Ski Pole. Come on, man. Pecan and from the east, and then we got 7 from Desert Rose, so we got 2 7s.
The northern states say soda. It's I noticed in one of the Kentucky some say pop.
Northern says pop.
No, we don't.
We're soda down south.
That's because you guys keep moving up by us. That's
Gun
why
versus
pop.
ski thing. What the fuck? Okay, I'll say 9 says MK, 6 for Monday Quinn. All right, 8, 7, and 6. Let's see. This cover doesn't do anything for me, says Michael. Give it a 7, but Rhaegar says 5. So does Dark Admiral. So we got 2 5s and a 7. All right. Trying to figure out what that guy is using for a weapon. The power of hypnotism. Let's see. Detective Comics 23, Deadly Ski Trip, lots of flaws, including horrible fashion sense, checks and stripes. Horrible fashion sense. Check. Okay, yikes. Even so, this is a Forest Fire 10. All right. Let's see. Do you call it crayfish or crawdad? Crawdad.
Nah.
My family says soda. Soda is soda, and I also grew up in Kentucky, so it's soda there. Crawfish says Desert Rose. Soft drink here, but tonic in New England. Here's one. Do you guys say comfort? Comfortable or comfortable? Comfortable.
Are you comfortable?
I think actually, if I'm being honest, I probably say it without I say it comfortable. Yeah.
I think
All right, did I miss that? Yeah. Marania's 10. Okay. And then let's see what we got here. Let me get the stop.
Apparently I'm supposed to say a boot.
A boot? Well, you are up north enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll get the 30-point buck up here, eh?
And this is what we got going on. 3 5s taking out the 10s. Then we got 1 6 taking out the 9s. And then we got 5 7s taking out the 2 8s, leaving 3 7s. And that's where this lands.
You know who says comfortable? That's Italian mobster going to whack you out. You feel comfortable yet?
All right.
Let's
get the go for issue number 24. Go for 24. And I do believe it is Dominic's turn again. All righty. And here is issue number 24, Sir Dominic. Oh, they're with a child on this one.
And the one kid's going, oh, Billy. Dominic's turn?
Dominic?
Still here.
All righty. It's
okay.
All yours.
Okay. I'll give this one a 10.
All righty.
And suspenseful atmosphere. Suspenseful atmosphere, lighting's on points, and the girl in the background, also she's shocked to what is happening in, what I'm guessing correctly, is the basement, which will prompt her to go or reach out for law enforcement to put a stop to it before this guy ends up being 6 feet under.
All right. And RDV, what do you say?
Well, the Hardy Boys are in deep shit. And is that guy pressing Pokemon cards?
I don't know. It looks like maybe it would be a picture of the kid or something.
No,
or-
he's got the guy's holding $1 bills. They're pressing money. So the Hardy Boys discover these guys crooks are printing in their own money. And the one dude's like, "Oh my gosh, you're gonna kill my brother! I'm not gonna go get a cop. I'm just gonna sit here and watch." Yeah, it's the 10. It's great.
Alrighty. How about you, Eric?
Well, I think what's happening here is they're just turning on the junior ringleader.
Gee, mister.
Yeah, I it's telling a story, but why in the hell is there a little kid there to begin with? Why is he tied to the chair? And have nobody noticed that either I can't even tell if that's a little boy or a little girl. Kind of like the person that took that I saw when I went to UDF today. See a lot of that lately. It's unsettling.
A little bit.
But and then the other counterfeiter seems to be pretty disinterested, but I'm still going to give us a 10.
Alrighty. Yeah, I like the whole setup. I'm wondering why he thinks the press is going to, because he's looking right at the kid. And so it seems like using the press is trying to intimidate him. Like if his arm was underneath it or something along those lines, I could say, okay, that's the only confusion I have. Otherwise, I love the setup of the picture.
Oh, one of the kid has OCD and he's like, "You're doing it wrong." And it's torture.
There you go. So yeah, I'm giving this one a 10 as well. Alrighty, let's get to the chat. And let's see, we got 6. And Undead Quinn says 8. Rhaegar says 5. Desert Rose says 7. And Dark Admiral says 9. So we got a 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5. All right, MK. Oh, no, they have Howdy Doody hostage with Jimmy Olsen in the window watching. Give it a 10. 10 for one. Slick saying forgiving the government competition in the counterfeit business. So that's 2 10s. And then we have Detective 24, gangsters using a printing press. Nosy kid find out. Other kid watching, not helping. Bad form. Score a counterfeit 10. Let's see. There's probably more money in counterfeiting Pokemon cards. 9 classic look on that thug's face with the red cap. Alrighty. And have you ever seen the Goonies? This happens all the time. I did see the Goonies many, many times and in the theaters. He's going to poke his melon in the press, Three Stooges style. And let me mark down Mike's 9. Okay, dokies, artichokes. We put up the stop. There we go. If you have any last minute votes, just give us a heads up. And we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we got 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 8, 2 9s, trying to take down 7 10s and losing by 1. All righty, and this ends up, it's a 10. There we go. All righty, kids. Moving on, I do believe it is my turn again. All right, with issue number 25. So let me put the go for 25 here. Go for 25. There we go. All right, so we got the Crimson Avenger again, this time without a Snuggie. And he's checking out a piece of jewelry. Or is he? Nope, I guess that's Random Thief with the same mask and hat. And we've got a cop coming in, reaching for his gun to stop him. I like the building, the wall, the window looks good. He's well framed. I'm giving this a good solid 8. RDV, what do you say?
Well, that guy's got to take out that guy. He's got, I guess, a flashlight. Okay, it's a flashlight in his hand. Wow, he just looks like he's in one of those like Fisher Price houses. That couch, the pink dollhouse. coffee table. Yeah, the guy on the right has done really well. You know, is gonna pull out his piece. You know, and the guy's obviously got some jewelry he found. So it must be a cop versus robbers. Hey, it's okay. 8.
All right, we got an 8. Eric, what do you say?
Not sure why this thief feels the need to have his flashlight in a brilliantly lit room.
Well, do you see the lamp that's just floating over there in the middle? Lampshade above his light.
Well, I'm just going to assume that the window is obscuring the base, the pole. I'm going to go 9 on this. Fine brickwork.
Okay, I'm with you too. Like, yeah, he's like, for a second I thought he was in a phone booth.
He's changing to Superman.
Yeah.
All righty. How about you, Dominic?
I give this one a 9. Look straightforward. It gets straight to the point, and it makes the readers anticipated of what will happen next.
You know what I want? And when the guy shoots, I just want the cop to shooting him point blank when you see the bullet go and that's all I want. Like the cop on the motorcycle, that was the most violent thing we saw.
That is true. All right,
plus the simple like red, blue, and yellows are used very effectively.
All right. Undead Quinn says 9. Desert Rose and One Slick says 8. One Slick including don't care for the inks on this one. And we have an 8 from Michael Taylor and a 9 from Dark Admiral. So we've got 3 8s and 2 9s. 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2. All righty. Maranya says Detective Comics number 25. Cop about to catch the thief in the act. Great detail. Thief framed by the window. Still from a black and white movie, done well. Score a gotcha 10. Next up for a second, I thought he was in a phone booth, but yeah, I'll say 8, says MK. And then we've got an 8 from Rhaegar and a 6-0 special from Ethereal the Dragon 7-6. Let's see. I'd say it was worth a rewatch, but it's major nostalgia notes for me because I love the idea of finding pirate. It's worth the rewatch. It's still a lot of fun. And if you have any kids, show them. They're going to love it. All right. So let's get that stop going. Once again, late votes are accepted.
And if they don't love it, just replace the kids.
Exactly. Yeah, because you don't need that kind of negativity in your house.
Just get a dog. They're better.
All righty. So we have 1 6 taking down one of the 2 10s, and then we've got 6 8s, and that takes one of the 10s and all 4 9s with 1 8 left over. By the way, this is our first 8 of the night. All righty, here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the last of the night. Let's say go for 26. And this would complete the set because we did the first 13 already, but RDV, this is issue number 26.
I won't do it. I'll let Eric have this. Calling all cars.
Hold on just a second here. Wait just a second. Is that the same dude? Look at the shadow.
And we thought the Joker was annoying.
Okay, this one's teeth are a little bit more prominent, so no, it isn't the same. But there you go. Okay,
anyway. So the reason he got his teeth knocked out. Another one.
Right. He was the guy who got his teeth shattered.
All right.
Gotcha.
I'm guessing. Where's the light come from? I guess from behind him. So the guy's coming out from like off the side, and he's too busy looking forward. Like I'm trying to figure where the light must be shining off from outside, like a street light.
It's got to be kind of off to the side because it's going across the computer and it's shining on this side of the guy's face.
Yeah.
The cop.
So that guy is in the room just getting ready to get him, and like he's just too busy looking ahead. And
He may be
he's
calling for help because the prison break.
He might be calling just for food.
Uber didn't really exist back then, but okay.
Well, if you're a chief, you got your subordinates to go get you food. Strawberry and rye. I'm going 9.
Okie dokies. And how about you, Eric?
Let's see. This guy is probably telling the other guy, well, enjoy this cover because it's our last. Some new guys moving in and we're effed.
There's 2, by the way. There's two covers that aren't Batman, and then it's all Batman.
Yeah. Started with a 10, gonna end with a 10. Why not?
Excuse me. Alrighty. And how about you, Dominic?
This issue of Detective Comics is another strong 10.
Alrighty. And I like this one. I think this by the way, this is an iconic cover. Not as iconic as Detective Comics #1, but yeah, I've got to give this one up to him. This was very good. Issue number 28 and issue number 30, and then issue number 32 and issue number 34. After that, at issue number 35, it's all Batman. All righty. Let's see. Let's go to the chat. All right. And let's see what we got. 10, best cover of the night for details, perspective, and storytelling, says One Slick. Next up, we have a... Say again?
I'm just saying, I agree with One Slick, like on his review and analysis.
And
Dark Admiral says 10, and then Undead Quinn says 8. And we get a Desert Rose 9 as well as Ethereal Dragon. So we've got 2 10s, 2 9s, and an 8. 1 8, 9, and 2 10s. All right. Let's see. This issue had a very cool ad for Batman. Give it a 10, says Michael Taylor. And we have an 8 from Rhaegar. And next up, Maranya says Detective Comics 26. Freddy Krueger is back again, this time haunting a cop, sending out all points bulletin to the other officers in their cars. Score a 1 Adam 12 APB 10. And then we've got Mr. Pickle Nose in the shadow. Freddy Krueger, I'll go 10, says MK. All righty. And this is a 10 because we've got 2 8s, 2 9s, and 9 10s. So let's get the stop. And I'll move it where it needs to be. Oh, all right. Mm-hmm. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Last cover of the night is a 10. And we ended up with 3 7s, 1 8, 4 9s, right? 1, 2, 3, no, 5 9s, and 4 10s. All right, well, this is the placement. Let's see where they land. Once again, everybody's welcome to stick around and help us do the voting and all. Although One Slick does have to go. Sorry, I can't stay for the brackets. Long day. Good night. Well, you have a good night.
Brackets were last night.
Yeah, the brackets were last night. Yes. This is just the rankings to see which cover goes to the brackets. All right. So let's say go for 7s. We need your favorite and least favorite. RDV, you start us off.
Favorite on here.
Yeah.
For 7s, Death by Ski Pole by Alfred.
Sorry.
The last one is the best. And then the middle one is the worst.
Okay, and that's Table Cop. I'm just going to put table.
Table Cop.
Eric, what do you say?
Let's see.
Skis of Death.
The Ski of Death is my favorite, and the one next to it is my least.
Tabletop. Dominic, what's the best and worst of the sevens?
Ski of Death is the best cover, while the safe cracker is the least favorite.
Okay.
Excuse me, why don't they call him a cracker? Jeez.
The one you just named, the Crime Buffet, that's my favorite, and the least is Tabletop. All right, so going on over, we've got Marani saying sevens, best is roof cover, worst is the ski cover. All righty. And then we have 3 and 1, says Ethereal. So it's Crime Buffet and ski cover. Let's see. Desert says best is the roof, worst is the middle. So best is Crime Buffet, worst is Tabletop. Ski Stabbed Lumberjack best, and worst is the roof cover. All right.
I need that as a new.
Crime Buffet is worse.
We need
Not a fan of either. First is best, middle is worst, says Michael Taylor.
I want an ongoing comic strip called Tabletop.
Me too. Now that
He's
I
a
say
cop
it out loud
that-
multiple times, yeah,
I know, right?
It's necessary. It's necessary. I think we need, not want, need.
And his catchphrase, we're tabling this discussion.
Okay, no, I don't want it anymore. I just I lost
And now I want it even more now.
Right. All righty. Doing the little ratio. This one's pretty easy. No love at all for Tabletop. And then we have 5 positive. We got 2 negatives on both, but one has 5 positives. One has 4 positives. Crime Buffet is the second worst. Then we got Ski School here. And then, of course, the open window is so we got what that would be 13 comics, right? Yeah. 13, 12, 11. Number 10 is the window cop. All right, let's see what the rest of the top 10 is. And we're going to go for the 9s. Let me put that in the. Here we go. Go for 9. We got the 9s. There we are. All righty. And RDV, what do you think? Best and worst of the 9s.
The best is the guy getting punched.
Okay, punch cop.
It'll be number 4. And the worst, honestly, is number 1.
Okay,
Just
and
looks
that
like,
is
looks like he just came out of a circus with those colors. Cool.
that is what shall we call this?
Number
Dynamite. Yeah, we could just call it number 1.
It looks like the honeymooners on number 4. Jackie Gleason does not knock
Okay,
someone out.
Eric, what do you think? Best and worst.
Okay, we're trying to reach the manga audience, so we're gonna call this one One Punch Cop.
One Punch Cop. All right.
That's my favorite, and here's where we piss off the Asian market because Fu Manchu is my least favorite.
All righty. And Dominic, best and worst of the 9s.
I gotta go to a One Punch Cop, and my least favorite would have to be. Ooh. It would have to be the Fu Manchu cover.
All right.
You guys hit on that cover, but you know who's waiting outside, right? Kurt Russell.
Okay, well, my favorite is RDV's least favorite, and that's the Dynamite Cop. And my least favorite is the Penguin. Alrighty, and going to the chat. 9 best is One Punch, worst is number 1. Alrighty. One Punch, and the first one is number 1. All right, 2 is best, 1 is worst. Okay, so he did like the Penguin. Next up, One Punch Cop is best as Ethereal, and Number 1 is worst, the Dynamite Cop.
Cute Godspank, I Stand Alone. It's E right now.
And third best is third is best and first is worst. So third is the driving or the motorcycle, and the first is worst, which is the TNT Cop. All right. And MK is saying best car chase rooftop shootout, worst is guy who fell on his butt, the very first from the left. All right. Let's see, Dynamite Cop. And then we've got the best is the car chase. All right. Penguin best for obvious reasons. Worst is the first, says Rhaegar.
The worst is the first.
All righty. Let me get the stop and ratio the heck out of this stuff. All right. And let's see. Do we have... Oh, we actually have one with no positives and only negatives. Alrighty. And that goes to the end. And it already is there. The Fu Manchu. Next up, 1 positive and 7 negatives. And that is Dynamite Cop. Next we have, let's see, 2 and 1. And that is the Penguin. And then we have 2 and nothing. And that is Motorcycle. And One Punch has 5 and no negatives. So there you go. All right. And now the decision. We've got issue. We'll just put 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go for 10. And this one's to see the who goes to the brackets at the end of the season. And RDV.
Wow. Wow. Like, they're kind of all even for me.
Yeah, them's good. These are a lot of good covers on this one.
I wouldn't go that far, but I'd say they're
I did
even.
all 4 of them.
Best drawn though? The last one, the uniform, really stands out. Drawn really well.
Alrighty. And what's the least?
Least favorite?
The Snuggie Avenger.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the Snuggie.
Alrighty. And Eric, what do you say?
First, I'm going to say, in my opinion, the 9s are better than the 10s across the board.
Yep.
I honestly think that, like I said, if I were to, the first 4 10s or first 4 9s would replace the 10s in their entirety.
Okay.
I think that's odd. My favorite, I think I agree with Venkman. And I think my least favorite is the Red Prancer.
Alrighty. The Snuggie Avenger. And Dominic, the 10s, what do you say?
I would actually go with the Crimson Avenger as the best one, and
Okay.
and the least favorite would have to be. The least favorite would have to be the Basement Criminals and the kid currently in their midst.
Okay. I agree with
yeah,
you. That's the worst. I'm having a hard time between 1 and 3 because I really liked the way the guys, the shadow, the shading, and everything. But I think when it comes down to it, number 4 is a crisper image. So I'm going to say that. But the worst is definitely Basement Kids.
I mean, if you put Kevin Spacey on there on number 3, that book's a 20.
All right.
Well, he'd probably pay you 20 to be put on that cover.
4 is best, says Desert Rose, and the second one is the least best. And then we have for 10s, best is the Fire cover, Freddy, and worst is Snuggie Avenger. Alrighty, so that means number 1 is the best, and the worst is the Snuggie Avenger. And let's see, Eric is correct. Therefore, Shuggy best, and the weird one with the kids tied up is worst.
Shaggy?
All right. And that is number 3. Okay, 1 and 3, says Ethereal Dragon. 1 and 3. All righty. Next up, we have 10's best is 4, 3 is worst. Okay. And finally, we have last best, third worst.
Looks
Okay.
like
There we go. We got the stop, and I think we all know where this is headed, but I'm going to go down that path anyway. And this is what we've got, ladies and gentlemen. The worst with 6 negatives, no positives at all, is the kids in the basement. And then we have 1 positive and 4 negatives with Snuggie Cop. Next up, we have 2 positives, no negatives. And that's with the number 1, leaving Radio Cop as the best of the night. And that is what is going to join into the bracket fights, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, and that was the very last cover of the night as well. There you go. Not bad at all. I like this cover. That's I voted for it. It's good stuff. There you go. And let me ask you, do you agree with Eric that, in all honesty, I don't think so, because I'm not a big fan of the Punch or the Penguin. But yeah, there you go. Good stuff, gang.
I agree with them. Again, the first 3 of the 9s should be in 10s. Just not a fan of that outfit. It looks like he just stepped out of an action figure toy line. Go ahead.
Dominic disagreed so vehemently he left.
I know.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. In the comments of this video, don't leave it in the chat. Leave it in the comments of this video. I've decided that season 10 and 11 are going to be first Marvel villains and then DC villains. I'm going to go through, I'm going to find the best. Now, we all know the big guys. Okay, but if just on the in case this is successful and we do it multiple times, I can't put all the big guns in one show. So what I would like is please, by all means, in the comment section of this video, let me know which one of the B-listers or maybe even C-listers you might want to see. I think that would be kind of cool. I have a question regarding the bracket fights. Once you get 16 winners, are you going to do an ultimate winner take all? I actually thought about doing that. I mean, we're heading around to it. We are on that way. This year will be.
And then House of Secrets takes them all out.
I was actually thinking about that kind of thing. Like, I just started with the idea that it would be cool to go through every year. And this is the second one. So it's I started at 1935. So this is the second one. And I thought, wow, if I did this from the beginning, we'd already be in like 1944 looking at some good obscure stuff. So, but yeah, please, by all means. Eric, do you have a suggestion on that? Like a B-lister or C-list villain that has about 10 covers or so, or 12 covers?
I have no idea.
That you might like? Because I was thinking Bullseye, maybe. I think he might be it, or the Enchantress, as far as Marvel's concerned. And somebody who's not the Red Skull or Doctor Doom,
covers.
Yeah, because we need 16 villains to do this for Marvel and DC.
Even though he finished as a hero, I love the first Swordsman cover, Avengers 19.
That's a thought.
Paste Pot Pete.
I like Bad Comic Review's idea of the Stoatman. All righty, gang. With that, once again, let me know in the comments below what villains you would like to see. And as always, thank you very much for hanging out with us. And thank you very, very much for watching. You kids have a great night.
Table caught. He was got a radioactive splinter. Richard Table.
Yes.